Hello everyone, today we'll be going through Cambridge IGCSE Mathematics Paper 4 Extended 058042 Feb March 2022. Now let us move to question number 1. Question number 1 says a company employed 300 workers when it started and now employs 852 workers. A part, calculate the percentage increase in the number of workers. Percentage increase will be, this is the current, which is 520 to 52 minus 300. This will be the increase. We can write here increase, and this will be equal to 852 minus 300 is equal to 552 workers, and calculate the percentage increase. Now percentage increase, we can write 552 is increment against the original one, which is 300. So multiply by 100 for percentage, and this will be equal to fraction. We can write 552 over 300 and multiply by 100 is equal to 184%. So 184. So 184 will be our answer. Percentage symbol is already there. This is 2 marks. Now part B. Part B says of the 852 workers, the ratio part-time workers and full-time workers is this one. So we'll check for the sum of ratios. Sum is equal to 5 plus 7, which is equal to 12. So this sum we will be using. Calculate the number of full-time workers, and keep in mind full-time are 7 portions out of 12. So we will write 7 out of 12 into the total worker, which is 852, and this will be equal to, we can calculate this, 7 over 12 and multiply by 852 will be resulting to 497. So 497 workers is our answer for 2 more questions. These are full-time workers. Now C part. C part says the company makes this many headphones in 1 year. Write this number in words. So this is 40,600. So we can write here 40,600. This is for 1 mark, and then they are saying in standard form. So in standard form will be 40600, and we can write 0.0, and this decimal we have to shift after first non-zero number over here. So how many jumps we will be taking? 1, 2, 3 and 4 jumps. So we can write 4.06 into 10 raised to the power 10 raised to the power 4. If we are jumping to the left, it will be positive power. If we are jumping to the right, it will be negative power. So this is 1 mark question which we have done. Now D part, in 1 month the company sells 3000 headphones. Of these, 48% are exported, 3 by 8 are sold to shops, and the rest are sold online. Calculate the number of headphones that are sold online. So these two fractions, which is 48% and 3 by 8, we have to calculate, and then we will subtract it from 3000, and that will be the online selling. So 48% of 3000 will be equal to 48 over 100 into 3000, and this will be equal to 48 over 100 and multiply by 3000, and this will be 1440. 1440 is export. So this is exported, and then the rest is sold on shops. So shops we can write like this one. It will be 3 by 8 of the total, which is 3000, and we can calculate this 3 over 8 of 3000, and this is equal to double 125, double 125. So this number and this number, we will subtract these two numbers from 3000, and this will be online selling. So it will be 3000 minus 1440 plus 1125, and this will be resulting to 3000 minus in brackets 1440 plus 1125 bracket close, and this is equal to 435 headphones. So 435 are sold online. This was 3 mark question which we are done with. Hopefully you understood this. Now the C part is also, E part is also there. 1 year sales increased by 15%. The following year sales increased by 18%. Calculate overall percentage increase in the sales. So if we first year it is 15% increase, and this is like first year, and the second year it is 18% increase. So if we take like if we take 100, if we take on 100 on 100, how much will be increased? We can write here second year. Now and if original is 100, so if original is 100, after increment of 15%, this will become 115, and then it will be 100, and this 18% will be increment on 115. So we will calculate 18% of 115. We will calculate 18%. So we can write 100 plus 18. This is increment over 100 of 115, and this will be equal to uh, fraction 118 over 100, and if it is decreased, then we are subtracting. Hopefully you know this, and this is equal to 135.7, 135.7. So 135.7 we will get after second year. So if we check the increment from 100 to this one, from first year to second year, overall increase will be how much? We started with 100 and reached to 135.7. So it is basically 35.7% increase, 35.7% increase, and it is 3 mark question. Hopefully you understood this percentage increase. Yes. Now we can move to the question number 2, and question number 2 is function is provided, which is this one, and the table of values is also given, but these two are blank which we'll have to fill, and the y values are rounded to 1 decimal place, and complete the table, and this is 2 marks task. So we will be, the easiest way is type your equation in calculator. So this will be squared minus 1 over this will be 3, and x, this is your equation, this is the given equation. Now we will replace x is equal to, calculate for x is equal to, let us check for -2, and we should get this one 4.2. Let us check for -2. So -2, and we are getting 4.16, which is rounded to 4.2. So this is, it means whatever we are doing is correct. Now calculate for minus 0.75, and this gives us 1.00. So our answer will be 1.0 up to 1 decimal place, and then calculate for minus 0.5, and this is equal to 0.9. 0.9. So these are the two values which we have done and completed the table for 2 marks. Now B part says on the grid draw this one from -2 to this one, the graph of x square plus 1 over 3x for x is greater than 0 has been. So positive side they have already drawn, which is this graph is already there. We have to draw basically the negative side. So table of values will take -2 and 4.2. So -2 and 4.2, -2 is this one, and 4.2 we will check. 4.2 will be this mark. Hopefully you are understanding. Then minus 1.5 and 2.5. 1.5 is this one, and 2.5 will be 1, 2, 3, 4. This will be 2.5. So we got the second point as well. Then -1 and 1.3, -1 and 1.3 is this mark, and then minus 0.75 and 1, minus 0.75 will be this one, minus 0.75 and 1. So in this line 1 will be over here. So this reference then minus 0.5 and 0.9. So this will be 0.9 and minus 0.25 and 1.4. 1.4 in this line will be 1, 2, 3, and 4 will be this point. And next point is minus 0.1 and 3.3. Minus 0.1 and 3.1, 2 and 3 will be this one. Now we got all the points, and now we can sketch the curve. And to sketch the curve, we will have to draw a smoother curve like this one. And we can draw from this side also. So it's rectification. So this will straight like this, and this is perfect, but this one will like this. Now this is the curve which we got, and what we have to do now, next part is by drawing a suitable line on the grid, solve this equation. And this part, if you compare, this part is our y, so our equation will become y plus 1 is equal to 0. Y plus 1 is equal to 0 means y is equal to -1. So we will draw y is equal to -1 line, and y is equal to -1 line is where, if I draw accurately, this will be the line. Or if I change the color, because I don't think so you can see clearly, so we can draw this line, this one. So we'll have to check this point, and this point is what? This point will be up to this reference. So two small boxes are equal to 1. So 1, 2, 3. So this is basically 0.3. So x value is 0.3. We can write our answer over here, 0.3, and this is what 2 marks. Hopefully you understood this. Now question number 3 is easier one, which is functions question. F of x, g of x is given. We have to find g of f of 3. So first of all we will find f of 3, and f of 3 is we will replace x by 3 in f of x, so we'll get 1 plus 4 into 3, 4 into 3 is 12, 12 plus 1 is 13. So f of 3 is equal to 13. Now g of f of 3 we can write as g of f of 3 is 13. So 13. So g of 13 we will calculate, we will replace in this. So it will be g of g of 13 is 13 squared, which is equal to 13 squared will be equal to 169, and 169 is answer for 2 marks. Now the second part says f of g of x. Now first we will have to take g of x, and g of x is what? G of x is equal to x squared. Now f of g of x will be what? F of g of x will be equal to x squared. We will replace x by x squared. Now in this one we will be replacing x by x squared. So we will get 1 plus 4 into x squared, and this will be equal to 1 plus 4 x squared, which we can write at the given location. This is 1 mark question which we have done. Now part 3, this one, and we know that this function is inverse. These two functions are inverse of each other. So of x, it means this is equal to 1. So answer will be equal to x. So this is equal to 1. Hopefully you understood this, and this is 1 mark part which we had done. Then they're saying B part, find the value of x when f of x is equal to 15. So we'll take f of x, which is equal to what? Which is equal to basically f of x is 1 plus 4x. So we will write this is equal to 1 plus 4x is equal to 15, which is given. So we can simplify this portion. So we can write 4x is equal to 15 minus 1, which is equal to 14. So x will be equal to 14 over 4, and 14 divided by 4 will be equal to 7 by 2 or 3.5. So 3.5 is 2 marks answer x value which we found. Hopefully you understood this. Now we can move to the question number 4, and question number 4 says diagram provided is not to scale, and in the triangle ABC, AB is given, AB is 45, AC is 29.5, and BC is 35.3. And angle CAB is 51.6. Calculate ABC. So which one ABC? ABC is this angle which we need to figure out. So we have all three sides. We have all three sides when all three sides are provided, and one angle is also given. So we can easily apply sine rule. Opposite side and angle we will be using this one, and we can use this and this opposite side. So we will write 35 by sine rule, basically 35 by 0.3 over sine of 51.6 will be equal to 29.5, and the opposite angle, and what's the opposite angle? It is ABC. So we'll take sine of ABC. Now we can basically cross multiply, and or we can make subject sine ABC as subject, and this will be equal to 29.5 into sine of 51.6 and divided by 35.3. So now we can shift the sign to other side. So angle ABC will be equal to sine inverse of this whole value 29.5 sine of 51.6 divided by 35.3 and bracket close, and this will be equal to shift sign of fraction 29.5 sine of 51.6 and divided by 35.3, and bracket will be closed, and this is equal to 40.9. So this one we will put in brackets. So 40.9 will be our answer up to one decimal place or three significant figures, we can say. So this is three significant figures, so 40.9, and this was 3 mark question which we have done. Hopefully you understood this. Then they're saying find the area of the triangle, and area of the triangle formula we know, area of the triangle is equal to half into AB sine C, and in this formula we can replace the values, and area of the triangle will be equal to 1 by 2. One side is 29.5 and the other side we can take 45, so 29.5 into 45 into sine of angle 51.6, so 51.6, and this will be equal to 0.5 in brackets, we can write 29.5 into 45 bracket close and sine of 51.6, and bracket will be closed, and this is equal to 520.176, so 520 we can write like this one, centimeters squares for the units, and this is 2 mark question. Now B part, again diagram is provided, and they're saying diagram is not to scale. The diagram shows a quadrilateral PQRS formed from two triangles PQS and QRS. Triangle PQS is isosceles with PQ is equal to PS, which is 32. This side is 32, this side is 32. And angle SPQ is equal to 56. This angle is 56. So QR is equal to 47. This is 47, and angle SQR is 60. Calculate SR. Now the thing is, to calculate SR, which is this one, always start from the triangle. When you are having joint triangles or combined triangles, you will have to start with the triangle which is having maximum information. If we check this triangle, which is PQ and S, is having more information, two sides and one angle is given, whereas this other triangle is having just one side and one angle. So try to use PSQ. This will be the easier technique to solve. So we have to find basically QS, and how we can find QS? We can first of all we can figure out, because these two sides are equal, their opposite angles will be equal, and opposite angle we can figure out. So 180 minus, we can write here basically PQS will be equal to 180 minus 56 divided by 2. So this angle and this angle will be equal. So we can simplify this fraction. 180 minus 56 and divided by 2 is equal to 62. So this angle is 62, this angle is also 62. Now we can directly basically apply the sine rule, and we can use one of the sides and angle, and further we can use this unknown side and the angle, and QS will be equal to QS over sine of 56 degrees will be equal to 32 over sine of 62. So we can write this implies QS is equal to 32 sine of 56 degrees divided by sine of 62 degrees. And this will be equal to, we can calculate, this will be fraction 32 sine of 56 degrees and divided by sine of 62. Your calculator should be in degree mode, so 30.046. 30.046. I'm taking 3 digits so that we'll get more accurate answer. Now we need to find SR, which is our target, and 30.046 we can indicate over here. 30.004 and 6. So this is basically SQ length or QS length which we found. Now we are going for SR, which is required. Calculate SR. So SR will be equal to, now we will be applying cosine rule. So we have two sides and included angle, so we can apply cosine rule. SR squared will be equal to one side 0.046 squared plus other side, which is 47 squared, and minus 2 into one side 30.046, and the other side is 47, and cos of angle, which is 60 degree. And now we can write SR will be equal to square root of this whole thing. And what we can do, we can write square root of this whole thing, which is 30.046 squared plus 47 squared minus 2 into 30.046 and 47 and cos of 60 degree, and this will be equal to under root of 30.046 squared and plus 47 squared and minus 2 into 30.046 bracket close into 47 and cos of 60 degrees, and this is equal to 41.226 and we can round to 2 digits, so 2 decimal places, so 41.23. This will be our final answer for 4 marks, 41.23. And for the second part, they are saying calculate the shortest distance from P to SQ. From P to SQ, the shortest distance will be the perpendicular distance is always the shortest distance, and this one we can take as 90 degree. And we have if we draw triangles separately, like for example, if I draw the triangle, so we have like for example this triangle, we can draw separately. 1 second. So we draw this triangle separately. This is our triangle, and this is P, this is S, and this point we can take like T. So this point is T, and this is 90 degree, and this one is 62 degrees, and we have this slanting side which is 32. So now we will be using basically this triangle for our calculation. We can use trigonometry to calculate this. So in this triangle we need basically PT length, we require this length, so we need to find this length. So what we'll do, we can write PT over PS, which is equal to sine of 62 degrees, and PT is equal to PS will be 32, so 32 sine of 62 degrees, and this will be 32 sine of 62, which is equal to 28.25, so 28.3 will be our answer, hopefully. Question number 5 says The table shows information about the mass, m grams of each of the 120 letters. And this is mass, this is frequency. Calculate the estimate of the mean mass. So mean mass, we can calculate mean will be what? For mean, we are taking the mid-range values. So mid-range values will be mid of this range is 25. This similarly, this will be 75. This will be 150, and this will be 350. And now we will be multiplying this with this, which is the formula. If we write mean is equal to sigma fx over sigma f, this will be the formula which we'll be using. Hopefully you understood this. So we'll multiply 25 by 43 plus this will be 75 into 31 plus this will be 150 into 25 and plus this will be 350 multiplied by 21 and divided by this will be total is 120, so divided by 120, and this will be equal to what we can calculate fraction. This will be 25 into 43 plus 75 into 31 plus 150 into 25 plus 350 multiplied by 21 and divided by 120 is giving us 725 over 6, 725 over 6, and the decimal value will be 120.83, 120.83, and this will be 120, 120.8, this will be 83, we can write answer, and this will be 4-mark question. Now B part says Iraj draws a histogram to show this information. He makes the height of the first bar as 17.2. Calculate the height of each of the remaining bars. So for the first bar, and we can check for the first bar, it is frequency is 43, so frequency divided by the class width, which is 50 minus 0, class width is 50 minus 0, and multiply by some number, and we should get 17.2, and this implies x will be equal to 17.2 multiply by 50 minus 0, 50 minus 0, and divided by 43, and if we calculate this fraction, this will be 17.2 into 50 minus 0 will be 50, but I'm just writing for your clarity, so this will be equal to 20. So this x value will be 20. So this x value we will be using for the rest of the calculations, and for the second bar we can write basically 31, which is this one. So 31 over divided by the class width, which is 100 minus 50, which will be 50. We can directly write 50 also, and if we write directly as 50, so multiply by 20, and this will be equal to what? So this will be 31 multiplied by 20 and divided by 50, and this is equal to 12.4. So 12.4, this will be class width of the second from height of bar of 50 to 100 will be 12.4, and for the next which is 25, so we can calculate by changing color. So 25 over this will be 25 over class width will be 200 minus 100, which is 100 into 20, and this will be equal to we can write 4s are, and this will be 5s are, so this will be equal to 5. So this will be 5 centimeters, and the height of the bar of 200 to 500, So 21 divided by, so we can take here 21 over class width, which is basically 500 minus 200 will be 300, and multiply by 20, and this will be equal to, we can calculate, so it will be 21 over 300 and multiply by 20, and this is equal to 7 by 5, and 7 by 5 decimal value will be 1.4, so which is equal to 1.4 and 1.4, and this is 3 mark question which we have done. Hopefully you understood this. Now they are saying complete C part, complete the cumulative frequency table, and less than 50, we know from here less than 50 is 43, so our number here will be 43. And now less than 100, we will add, 43 and 31. 43 and 31 will be 74. So our number will be 74 over here. And less than equal to 200. Less than equal to 200 will be including this as well. So 74 plus 25 will be 99. So we can write here 99, and then less than 500 or all 120, so we can write here 120 over here, and this is the completion of the table is for 2 marks, which we are done. Now they are saying D part, draw the cumulative frequency diagram. To draw the cumulative frequency diagram, our first value is basically this one, which is 43 and 50. So 43 and 50, we will take basically 50 from this side, 1 2 3 4 5, so 50 will be here, and 43 will be from here. We can take 41 2 3, so 43 will be in the middle. Basically it is 40, so 50 will be in the middle, and this will be 50. We require 43, so it will be roughly over somewhere here. So this is 43, and next number is what? Up to 100 is 74, so 100 is 70. 70 will be middle point, this will be 70, but we require 74, so 74 will be which one? 74 will be this one. So we got 74 all as well. Now 200 is 99. 99 is roughly over here, and then 500 is 120. 500, 120 will be this one. Now we have to draw a smoother curve. For smoother curve, we can draw like this one, and on this side also we have to draw smoother curve, and this will be the smoother curve, almost smoother curve we are trying to draw, basically as smooth as possible, so we can curve it like this one, and this is almost smoother curve which we have done. Now they are saying next is use your cumulative frequency diagram to find an estimate for the median. Now median will be what? Median will be the middle value. Middle value will be from 50 percentile. So median we will be checking reference from here, and from this side we can check the reference from here, and this value will be 50 60 70. So this value is 70, so our answer will be 70 for the median. And then they are saying the upper quartile range, upper quartile. Upper quartile value will be what? For the upper quartile, we will be calculating the 75th percentile of 120. This will be our upper quartile. So we can write 25 threes are, 25 fours are, and 4 threes are, and 0, and this will be 90. So for 90, we can calculate 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this point will be the 90 reference, and from here we can check from the graph. This reference is like this one, and this value is basically 112, we can say roughly. So 112 basically. So this will be 112 will be our answer for this part. And then they are saying 40th percentile. So for 40th percentile, we can check 40 percentile will be 40 over 100 into 120, and 0 cancel, 0 cancel, and this will be equal to 48. So 48 reference we'll be checking. 48 reference is this one, and from the curve, if we check the reference, and this will be the reference for the curve, and this is a little more than 50, so we can write like 55. So our value will be 55 for this 2-mark question. This is 40th percentile which we have done. Then they are saying the number of letters with a mass m where 250 where m is greater than 250 and less than 400. So 250 is where 250 will be in the middle of 200 and 300. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This will be the reference, and up to 400. Yes. So equal to 400 will be this one, and this value, if we join these for the reference, we are joining this with the curve like this one, and from here also we can join over here. So this will be basically our portion which we are looking for. So we can check for this portion, and for the reference, if we will be checking for the reference of values from this side, so we can check this reference plus one more reference, upper reference also. So we need basically this detail, this one, this count we require. So if we check, this is 118 minus, we can write here 118, and this will be 100 and basically 4, we can say this is 104. So this will be roughly like 14, or this is basically it will be a range. So I think so 14 will be within the range. Now we can go ahead with the question number 6, and question number 6 says a part, the interior angle of a regular polygon is 156. Calculate the number of sides of the polygon. So we can understand this by drawing just a small drawing like this one. Consider this interior angle is 156 degrees. It means exterior angle will be like this one, and exterior angle will be 24 because this is straight line. So exterior angle, so number of sides of a polygon n will be equal to 360 divided by exterior angle. So 360 divided by 24 is equal to 15. So answer will be 15. This will be 2 marks question. Now B part says diagram is not to scale. A, B, C lie on the circle center O. Angle OBA is 52 degrees. Calculate the angle ACB. Now we can check for angle ACB. For that one, we know that if this is basically radius, this is also radius. So this angle will be, we can write the steps also, like for example we can say OB is equal to OA. So this will be basically radii of same circle, and this is basically the reason which we have written. And now this angle will be, this will be 52, and angle AOB will be equal to 180 minus 104. So this will be 180 minus 104 will be equal to 76. So this angle is 76. So angle at the center is double that of the angle at the circumference. So this will be 76 by 2, which is equal to, divided by 2 will be equal to 38 degrees, and this will be equal to 38 degrees. 2 more question. More detail is not required. I have explained each and everything, even the rules, whatever I have used. Hopefully you understood this. Now question, same question C part. This is diagram is not to scale, PQRS and T lie on the circle. WSR is a straight line, and angle WSP is 112. Calculate PTR. PTR is basically this angle PTR. So we need to calculate this angle. So I will indicate this angle will be this one. Now angle PTR, how we will calculate? First of all, we will calculate this angle, which is 180 minus. So angle P, I'm showing working for you. PSR will be equal to 180 minus 112, and this will be equal to 180 minus 112 will be equal to 68 degrees. Now if this is 68 degrees, and we know that this is basically cyclic quadrilateral. So in this cyclic quadrilateral, this is opposite angle, and this opposite angle will be 112, because these opposite angles should add up to 180 degree. So we reach till here, and now we can consider the other cyclic quadrilateral, which is this cyclic quadrilateral. I will erase the previous one first so that you can understand. Now we are considering this cyclic quadrilateral, and opposite angles are adding up to 180 degrees. So PTS or PTR, basically PTR, it will be, angle PTR will be equal to 68 degrees. You can understand like this, or you can understand in another way also, and that is basically, if this one, if this angle is 68, from here directly we can reach. So if this angle is 68, this is top angle on this arc. So this top angle is this one. So there is another top angle which is this one. So this top angle, these two top angles will be equal. So this angle will also be 68. So we can write here 68. So this is another way to understand. Hopefully you understood the both ways, but we get answer which is 68 degrees. And this is for 2 marks. Hopefully you understand this. Now D part is also interesting. It says diagram is not to scale, GK and M. GK and M. This one lie on the circle. Center O. FGH is a triangle, is a tangent to the circle at G, and MG is parallel to H. Now we can figure out that this is basically the triangle in a semicircle, and we know triangle in a semicircle is right angle triangle. So we can say that this is 90 degree angle. Similarly, tangent, this is tangent, basically this one is tangent, and this this is tangent, and this is radius. I will indicate basically this is radius and this one is tangent. So angle between radius and tangent is 90 degrees, so this angle will be 90 degree. Further, we can understand that these two are parallel lines. This line is parallel to this line. So if we complete Z like this one, so we can say this angle is equal to this angle, right? So these two angles are equal. So if these two angles are also equal in these two triangles, then two angles are equal, third angle will be equal. If before showing the third angle, I'm just indicating this is 90 degree and this is 90 degree, and this angle is equal to this angle which we have shown. Now the third angle also we can show, which is this one. Third angle will also be equal because two angles are equal. So we can show this third angle is equal to this third angle. So three angles of these two triangles are equal, hence they are equal. They are basically similar triangles, mathematically similar triangles. So now we will go through the rest of the question. Basically, I have explained you how we'll be dealing with this, and angles I have corresponding angles basically I have indicated with different colors so that you can understand properly. Then the question is saying show that the triangle GKM is mathematically similar to the angle OHG. Give a geometrical reason for each statement you make. So first of all, we made a statement. What was our first statement? Our first statement was that angle GMK is equal to 90 degree. Angle GMK is equal to 90 degree. So the reason is what? Reason is angle in a semicircle or triangle in a semicircle. Both will be correct. So angle in a semicircle. This much is sufficient. Now we will write angle. Next we will write angle HGO or OGH. OGH is equal to 90 degree, and the reason for this one we can write radius and tangent make 90 degree. So this reason is sufficient for this statement. So two angles we equalized. Now the third angle is we can write angle MG is MGK is equal to angle HOG, and we will write basically these are parallel lines. OH is parallel to MG. Okay. And the third one we can write two angles are similar, so third will also be similar. So we can write angle GHO or basically OHG. Angle OHG is equal to angle GKM or MKG, and that is basically two angles of both triangles are equal. So hence third will be equal. Hopefully you will be able to read. And now we can say triangle GKM is similar to triangle OHG, and we will write angle postulate. That's all. So this will be sufficient, and this is 4-mark question which we have done. Hopefully you understood this. Question number 7. Two rectangle picture frames are mathematically similar apart. The areas of frames are 350 centimeters square and 1134. So we can just consider two frames, like for example, one frame is say one frame is this one. So we can draw one frame, and this is one frame, and another frame also we can draw, which is mathematically similar but a little bigger in size, and area of this is 350 centimeter square, and area of this one is given 1134 centimeter square, and the width of smaller frame is 17.5 centimeters, and calculate the width of the larger frame. So width of this frame is required, which we need to calculate. Now we can check the ratio between areas, and ratio between areas we will take k square because this is area. So it will be 1134 divided by 350, and this will be equal to um, 1134 over 350 will be equal to 81 over 25. 81 over 25. Now we can find k value. K value will be root of 81 over 25, and this will be equal to square root of answer will be equal to 9 by 5, and 9 by 5 we can write 1.8. 1.8, this will be the k value. For length we are using k value, for area we are using k square, and for volume we are using k cube. Now this 17.5 will be multiplied 17.5 will be multiplied by 1.8, and we will get the answer, and multiply by 17.5 is equal to 31.5. So 31.5 centimeters, this will be answer for 3 marks. Hopefully you understood this. Then they're saying the picture is in the smaller frame has length 15 centimeter and the width is 10.5 centimeter, both correct to the nearest 5 millimeters. So calculate upper bound for the area of the picture. So we will be taking the nearest 5, so it means plus minus 2.5 millimeters will be added and subtracted for upper bound and lower bound. So we can check upper bound and lower bound of 15. This will be 15.25. We are adding this, and subtracting will be 14.75. Similarly, we can check for the 10.5 also, upper bound and lower bound. Upper bound will be 10.75 and lower bound will be 10.25. Now upper bound we can write here upper bound, this is upper bound, this is lower bound, and this is lower bound. Now the question is calculate the upper bound of the area. So we will be multiplying the upper bounds, this one, and this will be 15.25 will be multiplied by 10.75 and we will get answer. This will be 15.25 multiplied by 10.75 and this will be resulting to 163.93. 163.93 we can write answer over here. Hopefully you understood this. Then C part. C part says in a sale the price of a large frame is reduced by 18%. Party says 166.05 for she's paying this much for 5 large frames in the sale. So calculate the original price. So reverse percentage question. 166.05 is for 5 frames. So for 1 frame price of 1 frame will be equal to 166.05 and divided by this will be 5 will be equal to 33.21. 33.21 this will be in dollars. And now we can apply reverse percentage. This is 18%, so 100 minus 18 divided by 100. This is in case of reduction we are taking minus sign of x. This will be of x is equal to 33.21 and we can find x value. So x will be equal to 33.21 will be divided by this whole thing 100 minus 18 divided by 100 and this will be equal to, we can take fraction 33.21 over this will be again fraction 100 minus 18 over this will be 100 and bracket will be closed and this is equal to 81.2. 81 by 2. 81 by 2 we can write in decimal format. It will be 40.5. So 40.5 will be our final answer. This is dollars and this is pretty much hopefully you understand this. Now D part. Parthi advertises a large frame for a price of $57 or 48.20 euros. The exchange rate is this one. Calculate the difference between these prices in dollars and cents. Correct to one decimal place. So our answer required is in dollars. So this is already in dollars. So this euro we need to convert into dollars so that we can compare. So 48.20 euros and this is the conversion ratio and if we check euro is heavier currency, so whatever conversion ratio we should get more dollars, so this will be divided by 0.8 and this will be equal to 48.20 divided by 0.88 and this will be equal to $54.77. So 54.77. Now we can compare. We'll check the difference. $57 minus dollars 54.77 and this will be equal to 57 minus 54.77 is equal to 2.23. 2.23 this will be $2.23 and this is for 3 marks. Hopefully you understood this. Now we can move to the question number 8 and question number 8 says Darpan runs a distance of 12 kilometer and then cycles the distance of 26 kilometer. His running speed is basically we are talking about the speed and distance and time. So speed is equal to distance over time. Distance over time and time will be equal to distance over speed. This is the formula which we'll have to keep in mind. So in 10 kilometer per hour faster than his running speed. It takes a total time of 2 hours and 48 minutes. So a part and expression for the time in hours that one takes to run the 12 kilometer is 12 by x, right? And equation in terms of x for the total time he takes in hours. So that will be 12 is the distance and this is the speed. Similarly, the second portion, which is 26, and the time taken is speed is 610 kilometer per hour faster. So it will be x plus 10, and further we can write it equal to 2 hours 48 minutes. Now 2 hours and 48 minutes. How easily you can convert into decimal? You can just use your calculator. 2 hours and 48 minutes and press equal to, and then press decimal. This will be decimal again, 2.8. So this will be equal to 2.8. That's all. Basically you can convert by converting this, dividing this into by 60 also, and you will get same answer, but I have given you the easiest possible route which you are allowed to use also. So 2.8, and this will be your answer. 12 over x plus 26 over x plus 10, and this is equal to 2.8, and this is 3 marks question which we are done. Now B part, show that the equation this is equal to 0. Now quadratic equation we need to show, and for that one what we will be doing, we'll be taking this equation, and this equation is 12 over x plus 26 over x plus 10, and this is equal to 2.8. I will just reduce the size because we are not having a lot of space, so I will use economically the space. So what we will do, we to get rid of these denominators, this one and this one, we will multiply everything by x uh, and x plus 2. So 12 over x will be multiplied by x into, so we can write this 12 into x plus 10, plus this will be 26x, and this will be equal to 2.8x into x plus 10. If you understood this step, it means your algebra is fine. But if you don't understand this step, you will have to revise your algebra. This is what I will suggest. So now we can open the bracket. So it will be 12x plus 120 and plus 26x is equal to 2.8x squared, and plus this will be 28x. Now this will be, further we can add the like terms, and adding like terms we will get this side will be what? This side will be 120 plus this one will be 38x, and is equal to 2.8x squared plus 28x. Now again I'm just shrinking its size, and now we can use this space and we can shift everything to the other side. So it will be 2.8x squared plus 28x and minus 38x and minus 120 is equal to 0. Now 2. Again adding the like terms, so it will be minus 10x minus 10x and minus 120 is equal to 0. Now, if we check this equation, we are having 7 as coefficient of x square, but we are having 2.8. So, how we can get 7? So, 7 divided by 2.8 will be equal to 2.5. So if we multiply this whole equation by 2.5, we will get basically 7 as coefficient of x square. So we'll write 7x square minus 10 into 2.5 will be 25x, and minus 120 into 2.5, so this will be equal to 300 is equal to 0. If you check, this equation is same as required. Hopefully you understood this. This was 4 marks question and it was straightforward. Is the algebraic simplification you should know. Then C part, this is use the quadratic formula to solve this equation. Now you are bound to use quadratic formula. You cannot use any other format. But what we can do before solving this question, we can check the answer. Mode 5(3), and this will be coefficient of x square is 7, and coefficient of x is minus 25 and minus 300. This will be very helpful for you in exam while solving. So 60 over 7, while solving you can figure out whether your answer is correct or not. Now change, this will be basically, this should be your answer. Now we will be solving and checking whether we will be getting this answer or not. A value is equal to, coefficient of x square is 7 and b value will be minus 25 and c value will be equal to minus 300. So quadratic formula, we know x will be equal to minus b plus minus b square minus 4ac over 2a, and replace the values in this equation. Now we can replace the values, and values will be replacing in brackets. Minus b mean minus 25, and plus minus b square mean minus 25 squared. B square minus 4a is 7 and c is minus 300, and divided by 2a, so 2a will be 7. Now we can find x1 will be positive value we'll be checking, so minus into minus 25 and plus, then later on we'll be checking for the minus value, so in brackets minus 25 and squared minus 4 into 7 into minus 300 also in brackets, and divided by 2 into 7 is 14, and this is equal to 60 over 7. So this will be 60 over 7, and x2 will be equal to, we can change sign from plus to minus over here, and we will get minus 5 as our second answer. This will be x2. So it will be 60 over 7 and minus 5 basically. So 60 over 7 will be what? This will be 60 divided by 7 will be, decimal value is 8.57. So we can write 60 over 7, or we can write 8.57. 8.57 up to 3 significant figures. Hopefully you understood this. Now for the D part, calculate the number of minutes Darpan takes to run the 12 kilometers. And 12 kilometers, we know the speed is 60, basically x value, 12 over x. We can write 12 over, we can use this 60 over 7, and this will be equal to 12 divided by 60 over 7, and this will be equal to 7 by 5, and decimal value will be 1.4. So 1.4 will be in minutes, basically 1.4 minutes. You can say this will be our final answer. And then it comes to, answer should be in minutes. Basically answer required is in minutes, and we are using in hours, so we'll have to convert 1.4 into minutes. So what we can do, we can change, we can write 1.4 will be 1 hour. So 1 hour and 60 into 0.4, and we can convert into, just press this button, so this will be 1 hour and 40 minutes, 1 hour and 24 minutes, 1 hour and 24 minutes, and this will be equal to 60 plus 24 will be 84 minutes. Basically this will be 84 minutes will be our final answer for this question. Hopefully you understood this. Now we can move to the question number 9a part, and it says diagram is not to scale. The volume of a paper cone of radius 2.4 centimeters, 95.8. The paper is cut along the slanting height from O to AB. So this is slanting height. Paper is cut from here, and the cone is opened to form a sector OAB of a circle with center O. Calculate the sector angle X. The volume formula they have provided this one. So if we draw the triangle, basically to understand, we can draw a triangle, and this will be a triangle which we will be considering. Radius is 2.4, and if we find the height, how we can find the height? Basically we can first find this AB, and this, which AB? Basically this AB will be length of the arc, and length of the arc will be same as this perimeter of this circle. So perimeter of circle with radius to 2.4. So AB arc will be equal to 2 pi r, and this is equal to 2 pi into radius is 2.4, and this is equal to 4.8 pi. This will be in centimeters. We got length of AB after calculating length of AB. Now what we can do, we can basically find this. They have given radius. Volume of the cone is given. Volume of the cone is 95.4. So we'll be applying this formula to find the value of H, and V is equal to 1 by 3 pi r squared H. So volume is 95.4 is equal to 1 by 3, and pi and r is 2.4 squared H. So H will be equal to 3. We will shift to the other side, so 3 into 95.4, and this will be divided by pi into 2.4 squared, and this will be equal to fraction 3 multiplied by 95.4 over this will be pi, and in brackets 2.4 squared, and bracket will be closed, and this is equal to 15.8 to 15.82 up to 2 dp. We found this, and this is in centimeters. This is height. So we found this height, and keep in mind this is perpendicular height which we are writing here, 15.82 centimeters. This is O, and we can say this as, like, for example, D. So OD will be equal to 15.5. Now we need to calculate the slanting height, and slanting height will be which one? This will be this height. We can apply Pythagoras theorem. So by Pythagoras theorem, we can write here, this will be one side square plus the other side is 15.82 squared. A2 squared, and under root, this will be the slanting side, and we can calculate this as, so this will be square root of 2.4 squared, and plus 15.82 squared, and this is equal to 16. So 16 is basically this length, slanting side. So now we can use this as our radius. This side is 16, this side is 16 centimeters and centimeters. Now we can apply length formula to find the basically angle. We need to find this angle, which is x value. So x will be equal to, what I will do, I will just shrink a little and move this one. So now we can apply length formula, and length formula we know L is equal to theta over 360 into 2 pi r, and we are applying on this one, so r will be 16, and length is AB length we have already calculated, which is 15 point 15 point basically uh, 15.08 15.08 will be this arc length. If we check with this one, 4.8 and pi, and this will be equal to 15.08. So 15.08 will be L value, and theta is x, which we need to find, and 360 and 2 pi, and r will be what? R will be 16, as I told you that we are taking this diagram and we will be taking this radius. So now we can write x will be equal to, we'll shift everything, these things to the other side, and this will be x is equal to 15.08 into 360 and divided by 2 pi into 16, and this will be resulting to 15.08 and multiply by 360 and divided by 2 pi and multiply by 16 is equal to 54.00. So 54 degrees will be our final answer for this question, part A, and this was 6 marks question. Hopefully you understood this. Now we can move to the next B part. An empty fuel tank is filled with a cylindrical pipe with diameter 8 centimeter, and fuel flows along this pipe at a rate of 2 meters per second. It takes 24 minutes to fill the tank. Calculate the capacity of the tank, give your answer in liters. To easily solve these type of questions, we need to understand with the drawing, and I will tell you how to understand this. Basically what we will be doing, we will be drawing a shape like a pipe, like this is one side of the pipe, and we can have the same shape also. So say this is basically the pipe, and we can understand in such a way that will be very convenient for you to understand. And this is diameter, and diameter is, from this end to this end is 8 centimeter. This is given, and they are saying fuel flows along this pipe at a rate of 2 meter per second. So we suppose that this length is 2 meter. So we suppose that this length is 2 meters. So in 1 second, this pipe is completely filled one, and we will check the volume of this pipe, and that will be giving us the, the information. And I will reduce a little, but hopefully you are understanding everything. Now what we can do, we can write area, volume of the pipe will be what? Volume of the pipe will be equal to pi r square. pi r square and length, so or h you can write. This is basically cylindrical portion, so pi and r is half of the diameter, so it will be 4 squared, and length is 2 meters, so we will write here in centimeters because this is centimeter, so it will be 200 centimeters. And now we can calculate this. This will be 4 squared into 200, and this will be equal to 3200 pi. 3000 3200 and pi. This will be centimeter cube. Now they are saying this is in 1 second. This is in 1 second. But they are saying it takes 24 minutes to fill the tank. So this much volume will be multiplied for 24 minutes. So volume in 24 minutes will be equal to 3200 pi multiplied by 24, but minutes need to be converted into seconds, so multiply by 60, and this will be equal to what? This number will be multiplied by 24 and this will be multiplied by 60, and pi is also there, so we can write 460 and 8000, and this will be pi. Or we can basically answer we require is in liters, so if we multiply this number by pi, and this will be equal to 14476 14476 459 459. Now this is centimeter cube, but to convert into liters, what we can do, we can basically what do, I will shrink this a little and move it also so that we will get the space. So this will be the volume over here. Now we can write here, this will be 14476,459 will be divided by 1000, so this will be equal to 14476.459, and rounded answer we can write 14500 liters and 14,500 liters. This will be 4-mark question which we have done. Hopefully you understood each and everything. Now we can move to the question number 10, and question number 10 is basically expand and simplify algebraic expression. This is easy, straightforward. We will multiply these two first. It will be x squared minus 2x plus x minus 2, and then we will be adding the like terms first, so this will be x squared minus x minus 2 and x plus 3, then we will be multiplying x square with x will be resulting to x cube, then 3 with x square plus 3x squared, then minus x with x will be minus x squared, minus x with 3 will be minus 3x, and 2 with minus 2 with x will be minus 2x, and minus 2 with the 3 will be minus 6. Now x cubed and adding the like terms, so this will be plus 2x squared and minus 5x minus 6, and our answer will be here x cubed minus 2x squared. This will be basically plus 2x squared and minus 5x minus 6, and this is 3-mark question. Very simple, straightforward. And this one also, the B part is also making subject, and we have to just make subject. To make subject, we know this is G and this is G. So to get rid of this one, what we will do, we will cross multiply, and M will be cross multiplied by GC is equal to 2FG, and we can write MG minus CM, and this will be equal to 2FG and further we can shift this 2g to this side and cm to other side. So mg minus 2fg is equal to cm, and now we can take g common, and inside will be m minus 2f is equal to cm, and further we can shift this m and 2f to other side. So g will be equal to cm over m minus 2f, and this will be our final answer, which we can write. This will be cm over m minus 2f, and this is 4 mark question. Now next C part, simplify. This one we have to simplify. So we will be taking maximum common from the numerator. 4x we can take common. So inside will be x minus 4, and denominator we can apply the formula, which is a squared minus b squared is equal to a plus b into a minus b. This formula we will be applying, and then we can write this as x squared minus 4 squared, and this will be equal to 4x into x minus 4, and this will be x plus 4 and x minus 4, and you can cancel these two, and we will be getting 4x over x plus 4. This will be our final answer, which we can write over here. Hopefully you understood each and everything. Now we can move to the question number 11, and question 11 is probability question. A part, the probability that Shalini is late for school on any day is 1 by 6, and complete the tree diagram for Monday and Tuesday. Monday is this one, Tuesday is this one. So 1 by 6 is late, it means not late will be 5 by 6. So late is 1 by 6, 5 by 6, 1 by 6 and 5 by 6, and this is 2 mark question. So easy to complete the table. Next is complete the probability that Shalini is late on Monday but is not late on Tuesday. So which leg we will be considering? Late and not late will be this one, and we can write this will be 1 by 6 into 5 by 6, so we can write properly. Okay, so this will be 1 by 6 into 5 by 6, which is equal to 5 by 36, and 5 by 36 will be answer for 2 marks. Hopefully you understood this. Next is B part, and the B part is Venn diagram question. It says B part says the Venn diagram shows the number of students in a group of 50 students who wear glasses, who wear trainers, T, and who have a mobile phone M. So these are basically G, T, and M. Use set notation to describe the region that contains only one student. Only one student, you can see this is outside, which is not included in any of the sets. So we can write it as, if we write G union M union T and take complement of this, so that will be excluding all these regions. So this will be our answer. We can write G union M union T, and this will be complement, and this is for 1 mark question. Hopefully you understood this. Second part, find n of T complement intersection G union M. So G union M will be this portion and M will be this portion, and they're saying intersection with T complement. So whatever not in T means this will be this portion. So it will be 19, 0 and 9. So we'll add these 19 plus 0 plus 9, and this will be equal to 28, and 28 will be answer to 1 mark. Hopefully you understood this. Now next is part 3. One student one student is picked at random from the 50 students. Find the probability that this student wears trainers but does not wear glasses. So trainers but not glasses. So it will be uh, trainers but not glasses will be basically 17 out of 50. So it will be this one and this one, trainers but not glasses. These are glasses, so we will exclude this. So only we will take these two, which is 14 plus 3. So 14 plus 3 out of 50, which is equal to 17 out of 50. So this probability will be 17 out of 50 for 1 mark. So hopefully you understood this. Now they're saying next part 4 is two students are picked at random from those wearing trainers. So out of wearing trainers, trainers are uh, this much. This is trainers. So if we add this, 4 plus 3 will be uh, 4 plus 3 will be 7, 7 plus 14 will be 21. So there are 21 in total, and find the probability that both students have mobile phone. So mobile phone are which one? Mobile phone is this one. So 14 plus 2 will be 16. So it will be 16 out of 20 for the first one. And the second one is because it's without replacement. So 15 over 20, and this will be equal to 16 into 15 will be equal to 240. So 240 over 20 into 21 will be equal to 420. So we can give this as answer, or we can provide answer in simplified form. That will be 240 over 420 is equal to 4 by 7. So we can write answer as 4 by 7 also, and this is the mark. Now question number 12. Question number 12 is differentiation question. Solve the equation. This tan x is equal to this one. So x will be equal to tan inverse of this angle 11.43, and this will be equal to, your calculator should be in degree mode. Shift tan of 11.43 will be equal to 84.99. So we can write 85. So 85 degrees, and from 0 to 360 degrees. Now if we understand on the quadrant basis, so this will be our uh, four quadrants which we can draw, and this will be ACTS. So tan is positive in this and this quadrant. If we draw 85 like this one, so 85 is roughly I have drawn, so this will be 85 and this one will be 85 degrees. So one angle will be 85, and the second angle which we can take will be from this point to this point. So 180 plus 85, 180 plus 85 degrees will be equal to plus 180 will be equal to 264.99. So we can write 265 degrees. So this is within the range, and next angle will be out of the range. So we'll not be taking further angles. So 85 and 265 degrees. This is for 2 marks, which is done. Now they're saying sketch. B part, sketch this curve. So what we can do, we can basically rewrite the same equation in factorized form. Y is equal to, we can take x common, so inside will be x squared minus 4, and further we can apply, we can rewrite it as x squared minus 2 squared like this, and this can be written as x into x plus 2 and x minus 2. So what I will do, I will shift this over here so that we can draw it properly. So this is our working. Now we can write, this will be basically, this will be y. So y is equal to this one on x-axis. Now we are checking for x-axis. On x-axis y will be equal to 0. So we can replace x, we can rewrite it as x into x plus 2 and into x minus 2 is equal to 0. This implies x is equal to 0, x is equal to minus 2 and x is equal to 2. So these will be the three solutions which we got, and we need to identify x is equal to 0 will be this point, x is equal to 2 and minus 2. Roughly I'm taking this one as 2 and minus 2, I'm taking like this one over here. And then we have to check for the y-intercept, and for y-intercept we are replacing x is equal to 0. If we replace x is equal to 0, y will be what? X is equal to, on x-axis x will be equal to 0, y will be equal to 0. So we can write here at x is equal to 0, y is equal to 0. So it means it's passing through origin. Now we can check from basically it can be like this one or it can be like this one. So we need to figure out whether it is basically it is having x cube, so which is positive, and positive are always in first quadrant and third quadrant. But I will tell you another technique which you can use like to check whether it is in which quadrant, that is so just type this given equation which is x cube. So x cube will be this one. So you will have to understand this, and this is the equation which I have written. Now for x is equal to minus 2 we know is 0. So we will take another value on this side which we can take a little, like for example minus 2.3 or 2.1 or something like that. So we will be taking any value on this side. So if we calculate for x is equal to minus 2.3, we will check whether we will be getting negative value or positive value. We are getting a negative value. Negative value means if we move this side we are going uh, below the x-axis. So we are approaching to this minus from this side, minus 2 from this side. Now we can check for, like for example for 1, for calculate for 1 this will be equal to minus 3. So we can go up to minus 3, this will be like this one. So I will redraw this like this. And similarly if we check for plus side, so plus side will be calculate for x is equal to 1 and this will be minus 3. So it's going down like this one, and if I redraw, minus 3 will be like this one, and then passing through this. To confirm, if we take any value which is like greater than this 2 value, like on this side, like we can take like 2.1, it will be positive because it is going up. So we can calculate for x is equal to 2.1, this is giving us the positive value. So this is how you can use this technique to understand whether your graph is approaching a point from negative side or a positive side. So this point you can even show here 3, and this point you can show minus 3. This is a sketch you can basically draw over here. This is done, and next is C part, and C part says a curve has equation. This one, the stationary point of the curve have coordinates 2k, and this one work out the value of a, b and k. So what we will do, we will write this equation. We will take this equation, x is equal y is equal to x cube plus ax plus b. Now this equation, we know this is stationary point, so derivative dy by dx will be equal to 0 for stationary point. So it will be derivative of 3x, x cube will be 3x squared, and plus derivative of ax will be a, and derivative of this constant will be 0. So I'm not writing this, and we know that the derivative will be equal to 0 for the stationary point. So we can write 3x squared plus a is equal to 0, and for this point 2 and k we can replace in this equation, and we will get 3 into 2 squared plus a is equal to 0. So a is equal to minus 12. So this is value of a which we got. Now what we can do, we can take again this equation and we will take these points. For y value we have this 2 and this will be k will be y value, so we can take this again equation x cube plus ax plus b, and we will incorporate this point, and this will be what? This will be b value is k, so k is equal to 2 cubed plus a into x value is 2, so we can write 2a and plus b. Now what else we can do? We can basically take this second point also, and we can take this equation which is y is equal to x cube plus ax plus b, and we will write this point, this will be 10, we'll be replacing these x and y values. 10 minus k is equal to minus 2 cubed in brackets plus this will be a into minus 2 plus b, and we can, this is k value, so for from this equation also we can write k value. So k I'm shifting to the other side, and before shifting I'm just opening the bracket, so 10 minus k is equal to, this will be minus 8 and minus 2a plus b, and we will be shifting minus k to other side and these values to the other side, so it will be 10 plus 8 plus 2a minus b is equal to k, or we can write k is equal to 2a minus b plus 18. This will be our k value. Now we got k value, this one, and we can equate these two equations. So we can write 2 cubed, 2 cubed is basically 8, so we can write here also 8 plus 2a plus b, so we will be equating this one, so 8 plus 2a plus b is equal to 2a minus b plus 18. Now 2a we can cancel, which is on both sides, and now we can find, we can send this minus b also to other side, so it will be 2b is equal to 18 minus 8, which is equal to 10, so b will be equal to 10 over 2, which is equal to 5. So b is equal to 5. This is the value which we got. Now we can use these two values basically in the equation which is y is equal to, I'll change color so that you can figure out the differences. So y is equal to, the equation is y is equal to x cubed plus ax plus b. Now we have a value and b value, so x, we can use this point also, which is 2 and k, so this will be equal to, k will be equal to 2 cubed plus a value is minus 12 and x value is 2 and plus b value is 5. Now k is equal to 8 plus 24, not plus 24, minus 24 and plus 8, and we can solve this one, so it will be 8 minus 24 plus 5, and this is equal to minus 11. So k value is equal to minus 11. We got all three values which were required, so our answer will be a value is minus 12, b value is 5, and k value is minus 11. And this was 6-mark question, very easy, straightforward. If you know the technique, you can solve it easily. That is not an issue. So we are done with the paper. Hopefully you understood each and everything. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like the video as well, and press a bell icon so that you will be getting notification for incoming videos. Recommend this channel to your friends and classmates Also, introduce this channel to your respected teachers. Thank you very much for watching. Take care. Bye.